Hey everybody. I felt inspired to share this download I got in the shower, as I normally get them in there for some reason. Maybe I'm just super relaxed, I don't know. But what came to me was the universe doesn't breed followers, only leaders. Meaning you have to be bold enough to choose, to act, to be before you get that validation, the okay, the permission slip. And that's what I realized. Lately I'm noticing where I'm still doing that, which is why it came to me, which is why I've been feeling all of these feelings coming up of anger and feeling stuck, and this almost like this suffocating feeling lately. And it's because I'm really trapping myself in the box. I'm hitting this glass ceiling of who I've been, and right behind it is where I'm meant to go. But I'm not allowing myself to open the door or to open the window or bust through it, whatever you want to imagine. But that's what I'm feeling right now. That's what I'm seeing in my mind when I talk about this. And it means that you need to start operating as a leader of your life, letting your desires guide you. Meaning, instead of getting this idea and being like, oh, I can never do that, I don't have the money, or I don't know enough, or like, who am I to do that? But deciding like, no, that's a desire of mine. I want to experience that. That's a desire calling me, another version of me calling me, my future self. And your only job is to choose, say yes, and then take inspired action, feeding that vision, that project, that masterpiece, whatever you want to call it. But that's the difference between choosing and being like, I don't know, if it happens, cool, but I just don't think I could do it. Or like waiting for the validation from other people to be like, oh no, yeah, that's great, you should definitely do that. Or like, for me, like putting out videos. I have completely transformed myself by going online, because in that first I needed that validation. I needed that comment or that like to be like, no, yeah, and then I would feel like good about it. But now I speak my truth, and it feels different for everybody, the people watching it and myself as well. Well, I'm not seeking validation. Instead, I'm tuned into the freedom of speaking my truth, of being my authentic self, of allowing my spirit to move through me and be expressed. And even more importantly, I don't wait for stuff anymore. I leap. I say yes. If an offer comes, I say yes without saying, oh, am I ready for that? No, I know I'm going to be ready, because the universe always gives you what you need when you need it. Never before. And that's why you have to be bold enough to take the action first and be caught and get everything you need. And we do that by knowing, by trusting that we are always caught, that it is our birthright to live out our desires. It is our birthright to feel the beauty of life, the magic of life, and inspiration running through you. That's not something that's a gift that certain people get. It's not some rare thing. It's rare if you believe it's rare. But you are worthy of it, and that is your birthright for all of us. Your job, your purpose is to create your reality to your liking, no one else's. Not ask permission, not try and do it how others have done it before, but do it in your unique way. And we do this by opening up our heart. As lame as that sounds, it's so true. Because when our heart is closed, when we're living in fear, we are a victim to our ego. We are a victim to that fear frequency, meaning we attract all those fearful thoughts. But when we open our heart up and we decide that we are worthy to be loved, all of ourselves to be loved, meaning the angry part, the scared version of you, all the past versions of you calling for attention. When you learn how to love and accept all of parts of you, you're no longer hiding. You're no longer feeling in lack, Because when you allow it all in, when you accept everything, you learn how to love everything around you as well. Because we're all connected. Everyone is a different version of you. It's a different perception of you. We are all part of source energy, the universe, God, whatever you believe in. We are all one. But when you're disconnected, when your heart is closed, when you're in fear, when you're running from yourself and all those versions of you that you don't like, you are disconnecting yourself from your power, from your truth, from your desires, from everything you want. And I know it's scary sometimes to have your heart wide open and to be trusting and just let your guard down. But you have to remind yourself, don't you want the gift of living your best life, of feeling that rush of exhilaration, of full acceptance of yourself, by being fully worthy of everything you desire? No longer, like, what's the word? I'm seeing this like mud over your desires and your experience, like this filter of unworthiness, and it's only like bits and pieces of pleasure getting in, bits and pieces of the beauty of life and love coming in. When if you were to decide to drop that filter, to go into that different frequency, whatever you imagine, you allow it all in. When you decide right now that it is my birthright to live out my desires. It is my birthright. It's not some rare gift. The only thing stopping you is choosing fear. Is not 100% believing that you are worthy. But I promise you, the key that really shifted everything for me was seeing everybody as an aspect of me. And seeing that they were all just showing me parts of myself that I wasn't accepting. Anything you're afraid to show to others, you have shame around. For me, I couldn't see the light in me because I was so focused on battling those darker parts of me. Those parts of me that were angry and scared and fearful that I was ashamed of. But it wasn't until I brought them all in and I loved them and I accepted them. And I realized that I didn't have to be perfect to get what I wanted, to get what I desired, to be who I need to be. Because we're never going to be perfect without flaw, without anger, or without healing needed. We'll heal right now. And those wounds that you're trying to block yourself from, those fears you're trying to block yourself from feeling and denying, they're there for a reason. They're there to help you. And they're coming up right now to be like, hey, I just need love. That's it. I just need acceptance. I didn't know it's cool for me to come back home. And when you do that, when you choose love, when you see everything within you with love, you don't need to figure it out. You don't need to find the answer of what you should be doing or how to get rid of it. I did years of that. All you have to do is set the intention of, I'm loving this. I'm accepting this right now. Because I promise you, it wants to move out. It wants to be loved. You are the light. You are the mother to yourself. So if you're asking yourself right now, where do I go? What am I doing? You know, I want this love or relationship or whatever so badly. You gotta be the leader. The universe will not do the work for you. It will meet you halfway. But you gotta meet yourself, meaning you want that level, you gotta be a level to yourself. You gotta decide, yeah, I want that in my life. But I see where I'm not being that to myself. I'm gonna hold that vision in my mind. Why I give that love to myself, that acceptance to myself, and know I'm worthy as fuck. As for someone to love me to that extent, even more, to accept me as I am. How good it feels to accept myself as I am right now, to not need to work to be worthy, but it's my birthright to be worthy of everything. And everything we experience is not to punish us or to hurt us. It's simply to bring out those parts of ourselves that we're denying, that we're resisting, that need love, that want to be expressed. And this is a hard lesson. And I'm not saying it's easy to accept those parts of ourselves, but it's uncomfortable. But that discomfort is just you judging it. It's judging it as wrong. So like I was saying before, lead. Decide right now who you want to be. Who's that person, that version of you being called forth? When you accept every aspect of yourself as worthy and loved, who's left? You want something? See, decide it's done. Decide you're worthy of it right now. And see what inspired action comes in. And see yourself feeding energy to that experience, that reality. With everything you do, with everything you say and who you're being, you're putting off a frequency that's painting that reality, that's connecting you to that reality, lighting it up. That is being the leader. That is what the universe wants you to do. You're not being blessed or gifted with anything. You're doing it. But you have to choose first. And that is what's coming out of me today. And a reminder I needed too. Be authentic. Be genuine with yourself. Always. Be that no bullshit friend. You feeling like this? That's cool. You feeling scared? Yeah, that's cool. Let's just feel. Whatever. We got this. Fear is illusion. It only has the power that you give it. I love you. If you have any questions, need some guidance, I'm here too. You can comment below. Find me on Instagram. I'm doing that practical spirituality challenge still. You can still join, and you can get my link below. Love you.